Here's another video on how to install vinyl plank flooring. It's pretty easy to do yourself, as you'll see while I take you through the install on most of the house. This particular vinyl is 2 millimeters thick, about a 1/16 of an inch in imperial, quite a bit thinner than the 3/16 we usually use. Because this vinyl is so thin, it's recommended to put 3/8 Pro board down on top of the subfloor so you don't feel any imperfections under the vinyl. Make sure your subfloor joints are sanded before you glue and staple your Pro board on top. Cover all your joints with a thin-set compound. Once it's dry, go ahead and sand all your joints until it's smooth. You want to get the floor as perfect as possible, since the vinyl plank we're laying down is about as thick as linoleum. You want to be able to slide your flooring underneath your jambs. So take a scrap piece of flooring and cut it with a flush cut saw or a multi-tool. We want to start with the full piece at the stairs, so we measure how many planks it takes to get to the longest part of the house. Once you make your mark, measure off whatever wall you're running parallel to on each side, then snap a line. This will make sure you're running square as possible. Make sure your glue is recommended for Pro board, and check your dry times, they may vary. Spread it with a 32nd of an inch V-trowel. If it's just you doing it, spread it 2 rows wide. Because there's a couple of us, we cover more area. Start your first row right on the chalk line. Put your second row about halfway. Because your 2 rows are staggered half and half, they work off each other to keep straight. Measure your pieces for the end. You can cut it with a utility knife, snips, jigsaw, chop saw, pretty much whatever you want. The main thing is, make sure all your factory ends are together and all your cut ends are to the wall. I usually do about 3 rows at a time with 3 starter pieces at random lengths. I say random because if your starter pieces are random, your joints will always be random. It's nice to have your joints at least 6 inches apart. Once your starter pieces are down, carry on laying full lengths. You want your flooring to go under pretty much everything. Same concept as the door jamb. We had lino going in the bathrooms, and since they're the same thickness, we're just going to butt them together so we don't have to have a transition piece. That's why I'm screwing a board down so I can butt the vinyl right into it for a perfect line. I feel like it's easiest to lay the glue down in an S formation, but everybody's different, you do you. If you can't go under something, take your time and cut it as close as you can so there's no gap. Definitely need a table saw for pieces like this. Again, you can use a jigsaw or snips for cuts like this. Around stuff like railing posts, a combination of a chop saw and jigsaw usually work the best. Just bend the piece a little bit so it slides in the stair nosing transition. Most recommended glue for vinyl plank dries in about a half an hour. Then you can start laying. There are endless colors and patterns of vinyl plank. You can give your home a pretty big facelift in just a few days. Hopefully this video helped you out. Thank you and good night.